Hi, my name is I Love You. To be the real me that is not separate from either of us, becoming the one mind of the creative force, the force of the source of the force of love, love based leadership. I'm Theodore Cottingham in Eureka Springs with the School of Life, Light, love based leadership, peace, wisdom, knowledge, revelation, revealing to you this day the revelation of you is inside of you. The revelation of the real you that hurts no more. The revelation of the real you, creating you to hurt no more, is inside of you. That force, that source, that ability, your capacity. Revealing the understanding of the revealed Christ, that he wasn't a man, that he wasn't a person that we thought lived long ago, or is he you, or is that story for all of us to become something that walks on water, feeds the 5,000 with 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread, heals the sick, calms the storm, raises the dead. See, Jesus, the Jesus story, is in you as you apply it. It's in you as you create it. You to be storyteller, story creator, it no longer. Of you to see your power, but before seeing your power, developing your love, maturing your love for people, just special people, a select people, just a select few elite group that you identify as yours? No, heavens no. But everyone who has a tongue, has a heart, has love. What is love? A lot of books, a lot of people, God is love. Yeah. That God is taught mostly with the motive of control. To control you. To become their followers, adherents to their belief system, their religion. But as you start believing something, as you start believing something, as you believe something more and more, the more you hear it, the more you consider it, the more you contemplate it, the more you're generating the force, the nature, the source, the creation of it within you, creating a world of thought. You're creating that thing within you, an object of your admiration, an object of your obsession, an object of your devotion. And of course, you create emotion to accompany that, to experience it. You are creating your creation of you every day. But if you don't know that, if you take the definitions of other people, if you take the definitions of religion, you short circuit your development process. You chain you to concepts that keep you immature, that keep you in a state of hurt, disappointment, despair, gullibility, naivete. What are you willing to create? What are you willing to create? Create. Not just fabricate by someone with mythology, religiosity, ideology. What are you willing to create? Are you willing to use new words so that the words that have been given you all your life no longer use you? That all these people's words no longer fashion you in their image? That the definitions of old no more limit you? Are you willing to create a new life, force, source? Set of words, vocabulary, definitions. There is a world within you. Within you. Within you is a new world. Some call it the promised land, utopia, Atlantis, nirvana, heaven, Lemuria, whatever name you want to call it. There is a name for your creation, the creation of you. I call it love, if you will be it. If you will be the very source of love to each other. You see, you cannot live in isolation. You don't exist in isolation. It's not a possibility because there is a mind, a hive mind, a collective mind, a conscious mind or an unconscious mind, both and, a single mind that's both conscious and unconscious. But what's it unconscious of? What are you unconscious of? Or are you willing to wake it up? Are you willing to stir the sleeping giant? Wake up the grasshopper? We have been so hurt. I suggest to you, we haven't understood life. We haven't understood who we are. We haven't understood what we are. We haven't understood where we are. We haven't understood life. We haven't understood our force. Oh, a lot of us have received the brute end of some kind of force. But what if the source is within us for new life? And what if this source for new life is within us is not gained by repeating a little prayer or even a life of devotion? What if there's an entire cosmos within you? What if all consciousness, all consciousness is within you? Consciousness of what? Consciousness of creation. The Big Bang, before the Big Bang. How a planet is formed, why it has what we think is a molten core. Why is it magnetic? Why do molecules spin? Are there chemical, physical, spiritual agents, robots, bots, chatbots? I suggest the real you is unintelligible no more. The real you has a voice, communicates, speaks a language. Not with words. Not really by words, mostly. There's a language of light. But let's distinguish. Let's differentiate. Let's grow up. Let's decide intentionally, deliberately. To understand where we are, what we are, who we are, what our capacity is. Let us deliberately, intentionally be humble enough to learn from ourselves. Not with the arrogance and hubris of an exalted five-sense mind, but with the mind of light, the mind of love-based love, love-sourced life, not molecular life. Molecular life may be a life, but molecular life has been pretty disappointing in a lot of ways. Many times full of hurt, despair, lack, work like hell, try to see heaven, try to clap, praise the Lord, sing a song. Many of us have done extraordinary things to try to reach God, touch heaven, feel the power, see the source, understand the words. But it's all within you. There is nothing outside of you that you cannot learn from within you. For within you doesn't omit or exclude what's outside of you, but will use it to teach you too, if you are willing to submit, surrender to the one inside you, the one you are. Not to a fictitious God, not to an idol, not to someone you have created in your mind, an exalted Trinity. A hard message, a hard lesson? Gosh, we don't have time to goof off. We don't have time to mess around. We don't have time. Time? What time is it? Time for you to form you anew, to enter a new place. It's time for you to enter the holy place, the Holy of Holies, most sacred, divine. None of those words are needed. And so many of the words, most of the words of religion and the phrases that are put together the way they are, they don't empower you. They castrate you. They take the vulnerable, ignorant, and slaughter them in the pew. Giving you definitions that give you an identity of flesh. But you're not flesh only. A creation, creator. Are you deciding whether you are a creation or a creator? Are you both? What are you willing to enter within you? The vastness, pardon me, the vastness of religion no more constricting you. Will you be conscripted by religion no more? Will you be the playful you among the cosmos? No more limited to flesh. Are you willing to be the unlimited you? The real you? Will you see you have the power to forgive sin? Yes, you. Anointed or not, ordained or not. Sin, what is sin? Wait, who's defining sin? What authority do they have? Oh, it's in a book somewhere, an ancient writing that set up an authority system, a system of patriarchy. You believe that? Well, if you believe it, you can appropriate it to create it with, and you will experience what you choose to create within you. Whether you think a devil exists, a God exists, or think that they're at war, or whoever you think is winning that battle, the war. You see, all of that you create within you. You create within your mind. And the mind of your reality, the reality of your mind, it is what it is, what you're creating your belief as. It's about you being the creator. You created your mind. You're creating your consciousness as we speak. You are creating your consciousness even as we communicate. And I ask you to communicate. I ask for your questions. I ask for your feedback about love. I'm leadership, talking about love-based leadership, talking about love-based source with force no more controlling you, because you begin to see you are. this is not really our flesh reality, the reality of our flesh, the flesh world. It is a reality, but it's not what we've been taught it is. And there are limits that no longer apply to you if you know it. There are boundaries, limits of space, time, roles that you play on earth. That you are no more limited to. If you know the mind of Satan, not, or will you know the mind of God? Or will God no more be separate from you? Are you creating the I am? The vast network of I am. I am the consciousness of I am. Are you willing to love learning to learn love? Will you differentiate? Are you willing to refine and define the nuances of meaning, understanding, so that you're no more trying to grow in shallow waters or just eat the low-hanging fruit of whatever tree you happen to be near as they plant their seeds in you through their voice, their words. There is a within, and I am looking for ones who want to remain and patch up the old. The paradigm of the past will no more create me. There is a paradigm of power. Based on love, in love, of love, because of the force, the identity, the realization, the revelation of you, creating you, of you, having created you, now create you again. So that you choose not to hurt this time by not hurting each other, by seeing you are all one, you are all connected. There are waves of life that are not detectable by your machines. There is an energy, a life force, a life source, an intangible, infinite, eternal, that which is, that is not detectable by your flesh mechanisms, your AI, the modus operandi of your neuronal mind, your five-sense mind. Love-based truth comes forth now. Love-based truth is born into the earth, a reality. Sub-reality? Alternate reality? Or is it reality at all? Or is it a dream? Or is it a mechanism that we are experiencing consciousness in, that we are experiencing consciousness with? A fabrication of our own source. Think it not robbery to be equal with God. Let this mind be in you. What mind? The mind that learned to do the miracles. The mind that said, if you believe in me, you'll do all the works I do and greater. Because the motive was for all to be doing everything Jesus did and more. There is a world to enter, but you cannot judge your way into it. You cannot condemn others, overpowering others to claw your way into it, no matter what your bank account shows, no matter what your influence quotient is on some social platform, no matter what the power of your strength or the attraction of your physical beauty may be to others. You will held be outside of your kingdom until you decide you choose to enter it. It's entered only in humility, because love lives there. Love is there. It is love, love source, a new life. The life you seek, maybe you only want a religious one. Enjoy that torment. We have been outside of our kingdom, our land, our privilege, our cosmos, our reality, not a substrate of it, not a sub-reality, not a subset. We have been out of it so long, we have forgotten. We have even forgotten how to learn. When you forget how to learn, you're in deep trouble. You become stagnant, putrid, stink. And you inflame each other with what you're experiencing. But this is the time of the regeneration. Love is coming forth. Love has been birthed. My words seek a new nation, not. My words give you entry into yours. If you will channel them, if you will learn how, if you will learn light, if you will become forced no more by the source of you to keep you out of your kingdom of light, love, grace, peace, generosity, forgiveness, creation, with you again creating you. To see the light? No, to be the light. You become I am. You become the great I am. You enter I am land. You're entering I am land. to be doing this, the I am that I am. The creation, the creator of all creation again, no longer limited to what seems to be us, our flesh race, with time, space, or gravity. Become the interdimensional one. Become the timeless. Become who you really are. It's all within you. But as long as you keep looking outside of you, you're creating the void. You're creating that emptiness. You're giving your power. Your power. You're giving your life force to separate from the very love-based love that you really are. If you're willing to know. If you're willing to create. Becoming a creator again, rather than just a consumer. You can consume your entire life on your own lust, eating from the tree of the knowledge of evil and good, if you want to, where every day you decide what's good and what's evil. You decide, you're in control of your life. You didn't want the red pill, you took the blue one. But you see, the matrix is real. Or is there a greater reality? Is there another energy? Are we experiencing only a subset of energy? Do we see in the entire spectrum of light, the whole range of light, or do we just see a little sliver of it? Do these two eyeballs give us sight or restrict us? Do our ears limit us to sound? Do our bodies limit us to space? What are you willing to know, do, be, share, become, generate, create? The living word? Are you willing to share words that create this freedom? Are you willing to share words with young men, young women, people of all nations, tribes, and tongues, to free them, to empower them, to say, live the life of your ancestors no more. Live the role models who are so affluent, pasted on magazines everywhere and in news media, no more. Will you no more give credence, credibility to just those who are affluent, or you think they're gorgeous, or so many people follow them, or they sound elegant in their speech, or you like the formality of the robes and the giant organ music, the cathedrals, the granite, the archways. What do you like? What do you want? I want love to abound. Love-based love. Freedom. Empowerment. Joy. So that the hurt that you have hurt people with, the hurt that you have experienced, no more draws you back, no more holds you in its drawings of its molecular activity. You no longer create your attachment to a soul. You're no longer ego-driven. You're no longer egocentric, ego-centered. The center of your life is no more your ego that you're trying to appease and to have approval, acceptance by a religion, by a group, by a community. When you decide what you want, if you want to be the creator of love. Love-based love, not religious-based love, not control-based love, but unconditional surrender to unconditional love, the kind of love that keeps no record of wrongs, the kind of love that says, I love you. You know why I love you? Because you're beautiful? No. I am you. I know the force, not I know the source of this energy that transcends time, space, and gravitational waves. There is an energy that forms you in its image of what it wants at the time. And eons of iterations of it has appeared to condemn, to connect, to debase, to create a host species, to host its energy, to populate the earth, to exist on earth. My friends, there's a lot of science fiction. Some of it has more truth than a lot of religion does. I go now. I teach like this most days. I'm living love. And my love will exist on this earth now in the empowerment of me. And me is what Meonics is about. Me, not the flesh one that you may be looking at, to think I'm saying that in arrogance. I'm saying me, the mind. Before torment was ever experienced, before separation was ever created, before there was ever a God link, before time began. For time does not operate like we think. And the cycles of religion and the iteration of creation will no more stymie us. People of light are being born now, birthed by the second chance not, but defeating the second death, becoming the firstborn. We become the firstborn of a new race. The firstborn that's not separate from the second or the third, so that the last is the same as the first, the same mind, the same consciousness, no longer agreeable that want to use you for their purposes. We are no longer gullible nor naive. We're learning leadership. We're learning how to lay down our hurts and wounds so that we are no more laying our bodies on the train tracks of their leadership, who want to use us, abuse us, see us as a transaction, a labor force, a populace to be dominated with their belief. I love you. I go now. I am a school. And the school of me is the school who empowers the one in you to be you, the unlimited you, the creator of all creation again, the I am. This is I am onyx, meonics, meology, the study of the real, regal, royal, everlasting, eternal, infinite, interdimensional. You. And I love you. Be not afraid of your power. Speak love in every situation. Speak love. Let there be love this day. Let love speak through you. Let that energy flow through you in every thought. Let the energy of life, of light, love, and peace, love-based creation, create creation again that you seem to be living. You're no longer in lack. And you see beyond what these two eyes seem to see at the moment. You hear a greater story. You impose lack no more on each other, but your generosity abounds because you're the creator, creating your new world. I love you. I go now. I'll see you later. Write me. I love you all. Thank you for writing me, you who have encouraged me greatly yesterday. Thank you. I bless you all to know the love of one, all connected, all interconnected. Be the consciousness, not searing each other with the fire of the consciousness of concerns anymore. Live the love of one. I go now. TheodoreCottingham.com. You see, you saw religion pain to maybe after you die on other people's crosses no more, please. Be the real you. Good day.